Hello everyone and welcome back to another video from the Francophile. It's Jalen and Maria and we hope you all are doing well. In today's video we are going to be giving you another monthly update as American master's degree students in France. So for those of you that don't know, Maria and I are master's degree students at the Université de Reims-Champagne-Ardenne. I study logistics and supply chain and she studies public law. And before we get started with the video, please just make sure to follow us on all of our social media. We do have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and our blog. And yeah, let's get started.
We usually end these videos by giving an update on the COVID situation here in France, but we're actually going to start with it today since a couple of big changes happened over the past month. The first thing that changed is that the health pass is no longer required to get into any establishment, and the second thing that's different is that masks are no longer required except for in public transport and in medical settings. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice or maybe see the irritation on my face, but the second that the mask mandate was lifted, I caught a cold from, I think, some classmates who of course stopped wearing their masks. And I've been sick for about a week and I'm hoping that my immune system catches up to everybody no longer wearing masks.
Alright, so let's get into the fun things that we did this month. The first thing that we did was go and take a guided tour of the Basilique Sainte-Clotilde here in Reims. It is a basilica that we have wanted to visit for quite a long time now, but since it's not really that often open to the public, we never really get the chance to. Luckily for us, the Reims Tourism Office put on a guided tour of the inside, and so we were able to go in there with a small group of people and really check out all the art, the sculptures, and get a history lesson on the basilica. And we even got to see hundreds and hundreds of relics from the Catholic Church that were really interesting to see. They were really put together sort of like a museum inside of the basilica, and actually that's what the basilica was built for, and that's what makes it really interesting in comparison to other basilicas that we visited or even other cathedrals. So that was a great time. Maria and I love doing stuff like that, and so we were really glad to have that opportunity. So the second fun thing that we did this month is go to a new coffee shop that opened here in Reims called Mot-Clair. Mot-Clair sells only specialty coffees, and so Maria and I were really excited to check it out. And we went in there, had a cup of coffee, and just really enjoyed the atmosphere. It's a great place to relax and enjoy a nice cup of specialty coffee. We actually liked it so much we went back within the same month, and we're actually writing a blog article about it that will be coming out in the near future, so stay tuned for that.
As far as school goes, I have still regularly been in classes. Some of them are held online and some of them are in person at the university, just depending on the professor. I did have quite a few long days this month, but when I wasn't in class, I was putting in work on my master's thesis.
So for me, my classes this month actually ended on March 12th. That doesn't mean that I've graduated. It doesn't mean that I have to stop going to work at my alternance. It just means that I don't have to go into the classroom and listen to a lecture or do group work. And I also just turned in my final paper for a class on the last day of March. So I'm feeling pretty free right now. All I need to worry about is going to work, doing my project, doing the report for the project, and then defending it.
If you read our article that we published on Wednesday, you'll remember that we talked about the spring weather arriving here in Reims. It has been warm. We sat outside without jackets. I even got a little sunburn. And I think that we may have spoken too soon because the weather is back to being very cold. It even snowed in many places in France. So I think we might have a little while before spring really arrives.
So to end this video, I think we'll just talk a little bit about how we've been feeling in general this month. For me, I've been feeling quite rushed this month. Like I said, my classes ended on March 12th, and so really up until then and up until the last day of the month, I have just been in a mode where I'm doing schoolwork, studying, group projects, going to class, going to work, and not much time for anything else. So I've been feeling really rushed and kind of scatterbrained, honestly. But now that that's over, I'm feeling quite free. I can focus on other things that aren't school now that my classes are over. I can just go to work, come home, and do my hobbies like studying languages, for example.
This month overall, I've been feeling pretty tired and sometimes overwhelmed. There were some highlights, of course, but between the presentations that I had to do, the long days that I mentioned before, plus getting sick on top of that, it hasn't been the best month for me. So like always, I'm just trying to stay motivated and keep my eyes on the prize.
Alright, so that is our update for this month as American Master's Degree students in France. We hope you enjoyed watching. Before we go, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and leave a comment down below letting us know how your month of March was. And yeah, make sure to follow us on all of our social media. We do have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and our blog, and we will see you all in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.